This conference will now be recorded.
Hi, good evening. Am I audible? Please ping me in the chat box. If I am audible, please ping me in the chat box. Okay, thank you, Netra. Okay, how was your practice? Answer in the chat box itself, no problem. So, how was your chat box? Sorry, how was your practice? Ashika says good. Artika good. Sayed good. Okay. Did you face any problem? So as of now, we have completed some of the basics like networking, network basics. That first one IP address, then second one was MAC address, then port numbers, then Windows operating system commands, then IP assignment. So these are the basic stuff, and also I gave introduction to ethical hacking. So there we discussed hacking, then ethical hacking. So you tell me if I'm wrong, okay? Then hacker, then ethical hacker, then next we had types of hackers, then why ethical hacking is necessary, then phases of hacking, and also we conducted. Okay. So what would be the first phase of this hacking? Answer me in the chat box. What is the first phase of hacking? To collect information. Okay, good Chandana. Adiba, yes, your answer is correct. Reconnaissance, correct. So reconnaissance, it's a pre-attack phase where the attacker observes a target before launching an attack. It may include the target organization, client, employees, operations, network, and systems. This is also considered as a footprinting. for printing. Okay, the second phase. What would be the second phase? Yes, Adiba, the answer is scanning. So scanning in this phase, immediately preceding the attack, the attacker used the details gathered during the reconnaissance to identify specific vulnerabilities. Okay, so it's understanding that and identifying is there any vulnerabilities. Okay, that is the main usage of the scanning. So that we will see practically later. Okay, then an attacker can gather the critical information such as like mapping of systems, routers, firewalls. Okay, then what I can say, using some simple tools, Windows utility, Windows utilities, and a trace route, route print, so on, so on. Okay, then the third phase that belongs to gaining access. So in this gaining access, attackers use that vulnerabilities identified during the footprinting or reconnaissance and scanning phase to gain access to the target system or network. Attackers gain that access to the target system locally over a LAN or over a internet. So this is how gaining access is going to be placed. And next we have the fourth one, like maintaining access. So maintaining access. To maintain the access, you must have a, means as an attacker, you have to think to install that backdoors or trojans to gain repeated access. They can also that install rootkits at the kernel level to gain full administrative access to the target computers. So rootkits are used to gain the access at the operating system level. And while Trojans Trojan horse gain access at the applications level, but both rootkits and also Trojans requires users to install them locally. So where which phase is going to be working here? So maintaining access. Yes, Ashika, that last step is very, very important. What is this? Clearing tracks. So clearing tracks, most of the attackers avoiding this legal troubles, and attackers will overwrite the servers and also system applications logs, avoid that suspicious and also erase all the evidence of their actions. And attackers can execute the script in the Trojans and also the rootkit to replace the critical systems and log files to hide their presence in the system. Hope all of you understood this. So you ask me if you have any doubts in this introduction part of ethical hacking before I start up this ethical hacking lab. And also we discussed about the terminologies. So the terminologies like vulnerability. So vulnerability is a simple word, but vulnerability is nothing but loophole or limitations, or I can name it as weakness. Weakness that becomes a source for an attacker to enter into the system. So in that way, you have to understand vulnerability. So in the scanning part, you have to find the vulnerabilities. That's the way you have to run scanning to fine tune or to find out that exact vulnerabilities what you have. Then next you will be having exploits. So exploit again, it's a software tool. Then this is designed to take the advantages of the vulnerabilities in a system for malicious purpose. So it is also called as flaw. Vulnerability is also called as it's a flaw. Okay. Then next you have a payload. So in this payload, payload is an actions or it is a set of operations has to be done on the target. Once that exploit successfully launched, it can be a control or denial of service, etc. So payload and exploits are both are important. And final one, okay, one more I told you, zero-day attack. Zero-day attack. So zero-day attack, the attacker exploits the vulnerability before software developer release the patches for them. This is what zero-day attack. Is it clear? So use your chat box and ask me if you have any doubts. So if that understood, you type as yes. If that not understood, also no problem. Put your query in the chat box. I will try to answer these questions. So now to implement the entire structure, so we need a lab. So we will take that as ethical hacking lab. So that you have to set up. Then only I can able to explain what is the concept of these area. So required resources. So already our person Mr. Anand is installed into your laptop. So please let me know in the chat box. So which are the peoples have installed? How many of you have installed? Yuvraj says yes. Ashika yes. Okay. Paraz yes. Sayed okay. Chandana Netravati okay. Have installed okay. Fine. Okay. Make ensure uh, the resources name, whatever I'm going to be listing out in this required resources. So is it get copied in your folder, whatever Anand has given, that you check once later. But I will try to give a. Monica will see ma later. So whatever queries you have, like this is your first class, it seems. Okay, no problem. Just you attend and you ask me last 10 minutes, whatever doubts you have, you ask me. Then I will try to clarify your doubts. Is that okay, Monica? And if anything is there, just you interact with me in the chat box. Okay, no problem. Uh, the list of required resources. The first one, we required VMware workstation. So I used to prefer VMware workstation. And secondly, we want Kali Linux operating system. And third one, Metasploitable Linux machine. Okay, so now first I will take why Kali Linux operating system is required. So Kali Linux is a specialized operating system. It's a special operating system. Okay, that I will tell you why it is special. Okay, operating system, and this has been designed specially, specifically for ethical hacking. You have so many other Linux operating system, but even though when you are working for ethical hacking, you must have a Kali Linux operating system, and this is for penetration testing also they'll be using, industry people, and also cyber security, and it is widely used by security professionals and ethical hackers and researchers. Because of these reasons, we have to use operating system, Kali Linux operating system. Okay, other than this, we have some more reasons. Number one, it's a pre-installed hacking tools. Pre-installed hacking tools. So tools is required. Hacking tools is required. So there is one folder called as tools. So if you are using Windows operating system separately, you have to install it. But in the Kali Linux operating system itself is having default hacking tools. You don't want to, uh, what I can say, you don't want to install. so directly you can use it. Okay, you can expect, so around Kali comes with 600 plus penetration testing tool. So like example, nmap. Nmap is used for network scanning. Just I'm writing few tools here. Then secondly, metasploit. So metasploit is a tool exploitation framework. And also one of the tool like burp suite, this for web application testing. So etc I'll be writing etc. Like this there are 600 plus tools are available, but one of the important thing is you don't need to install tools manually. So because of that reason we have to go for Kali Linux operating system. And second thing is built for security professionals. Okay, there is a program called as OSCP, Offensive Security Certified Professionals. Okay, so it's a, if you wanted to have a certification of that, again you have to work with Kali. So Kali, which will have, as I told you, built by offensive security. A top company like cyber training like OSCP. This is a name of the certificate. In that area, people will work for vulnerability scanning, then exploitations, then forensics, then wireless attacks. So wireless attacks. These are the main reasons. Next, if I want to take a third main reasons to use Kali, so it is a root access by default. So full control over the operating system, full control over the system. So Kali gives a, a user root level privileges by default, which is essential for running your hacking tools that need a system level access. So this is the another main reason here. So full control over the system. Kali gives the user root privileges by default. which are essential for running ethical hacking tools. Then fourth one, customizable and lightweight. Means if I take it can run low specific system like virtual machine, and also can be installed as a live operating system on USB, useful for portable and also hacking the setups. And very last one, very important, this fifth one, strong community support. So since Kali is popular among ethical hackers, there is a huge community supports, tutorials and also forums for troubleshooting, and also they can learn. And the sixth one, if I would like to tell, privacy and anonymity tools. So because of these reasons, we supposed to use our Kali Linux operating system. So when should you use this Kali Linux? So it's very important. Learning ethical hacking and also cyber security and bug bounty hunting. Okay, and these are the main two reasons when you're supposed to use that Kali Linux operating system. And when you are conducting penetration testing for an organization with permission, so you can use this Kali Linux operating system. And also for digital forensics and malware analysis, so this tool or Kali Linux operating system is going to be helpful to startups. Okay, so when should you use Kali? So number one, for learning ethical hacking and also cyber security. Then for bug bounty, second one, hunting. Next again for penetration testing for an organization with permission. Okay, without permission, that would be a problem. With permission, you have to start. Then last one, what is that? Digital forensics and also malware analysis. So these are the next advanced level concepts like digital forensics, penetration testing, bug bounty, malware analysis. Okay, make ensure these are the main area where Kali Linux operating system, when we can use, how we can use. So you will be having in the community all the details. One important notice, Kali Linux is a powerful tool and it is used using it for unauthorized access or illegal hacking is a crime. And again ethical hacking is only purpose you have to use, and again the permission from the system owner you're supposed to take, and before you start the penetrations. So these are the main reasons why I supposed to use Kali Linux operating system as a resources. Hope you all of you understood here. So if that understood why I supposed to use as a resources, like for ethical hacking as a resources, Kali Linux operating system, what is the main reasons, and why I supposed to use, and what are the main advantages we have, and also strong reasons. If that understood, you type it as yes in your chat box. So thank you, Yuvraj, Aditya, Saida, Chandana. Okay, so now the next resources here, VMware, VMware workstation. So VMware workstation, we have another tool also like VirtualBox, but I prefer means I preferred that VMware workstation. So if you are working with Kali operating system, or kind of ethical hacking, cyber security training, or systems set testing, then here is the main reason why I supposed to use VMware workstation. So number one, here run multiple operating system on one machine. You will be having only one machine, but if you are planning to run multiple operating system like Windows operating system, Linux operating system, Kali Linux operating system, okay, and Parrot operating system, anything, okay, then you need to have a VMware workstation. It means side by side without rebooting, you can run Windows operating system, Kali, and Linux operating system. And this is the perfect for practicing your ethical hacking, touching your main operating system. Okay. Then next second reason will be safe and isolated environment. So safe and isolated environment like penetration testing, malware analysis, ethical hacking. Okay, so inside a virtual machine, as I told you, which is able to run multiple uh, virtual operating system, and also your main system remains safe from any damage or viruses. Will be writing. If you run any viruses, then your main system remains safe from any damage or viruses. So because of that reason, we have to run this VMware. And next, another reason is you can take a snapshot. So snapshot is nothing but instant recovery. If anything goes damage, okay, if you have taken a snapshot before run your testing tool or launching an exploit, okay, so it's something like breaks or just roll back to the snapshot like a save game features. Clear, right? So here take a snapshot before testing tool if you to run. If something breaks, just roll back to the snapshot. That practically I will tell you how that could be done. Next, the fourth main reason, test networking setups. To set up our network and to test our network. So this is another main reason. So you can simulate multiple machine networks, firewalls, whatever you want, you can do it. Okay, and also attacks inside VMs, virtual machines, so that never damage your uh, physical machine, and also useful for Wi-Fi testing, port scanning, then firewall bypass, etc. And next, fifth point is to no need for dual booting. You don't want to run dual boot. So avoiding that, installing multiple operating system directly on the hard disk drive, then Kali Linux can run as a virtual machine. So that making switching fast and also safe. So that allows your copy paste. You can do click and drag also. Copy paste, then drag and drop support. So these are the main reasons why I supposed to have uh, VMware. Is it clear? So if that understood, that second main resources, like first one, as I told you, Kali Linux operating system. Then second one, I told you that VMware workstation as a resources, and what are the main reasons why we are going to run these two against on this. So if that understood, you type as understood in the chat box itself. If you have any query, just you drop in the chat box regarding for VMware, Kali Linux, the resources before we run this ethical hacking lab setup. Thank you, Faraz, Aditya, Ashika. Then last and most important is Metasploitable Linux. So in the concept of metasploitable Linux, here Kali Linux, it works like a attacking machine. Means attackers as a hackers, like black hat hackers will be using. There will be a one more reason. So which one should I target now? So to target your ethical hacking in the environment of ethical hacking, the machine is metasploitable Linux operating system. Okay, this is your target machine. So here I'll be writing why use metasploitable Linux. So number one, or first point, it's a safe hacking practice. You can understand each area, like it is intentionally insecure made to the attack. Hope you all of you understood. Metasploitable Linux, what it is intentionally insecure. So to learn, only for learning purpose. So made to be attacked. Then second thing is you can test tools like Nmap, then Metasploit, then Hydra, etc. Whatever tools you have, that and all you can test in this environment. And also here there is no risk of breaking a real system and also violating the laws. That's why it is a safe hacking practice. And second reason, it's a perfect target for Metasploit. The makers of Metasploit, they created by Rapid 7. So this is created by Rapid 7, the makers of Metasploit. And this is has many vulnerable services, web apps, SSH, FTP, so on so on, and designed to be designed to be exploited using Metasploit. Then next third one is ideally for learning exploitation techniques. So to learn as a student, to learn all the techniques step by step, then you must use this Metasploit. Next, if I go for third point, multiple realistic vulnerabilities, like also called as flaw, like what I can say, weak password, then outdated softwares, okay, then misconfigured services, so on so on. And here is the one more reason is repeatable learning. So you can run. So since it is a VMware, you can reset and repeat your attack practice anytime. So take a snapshot and go to back if you make mistakes. To go back if you make mistakes. And very, very important here, there is no legal risk. But in real time, without virtual machine, if you try to use, then it is a problem. 100% legal and also ethical. If you are attacking your own uh, VMs or virtual machine, you will be not having a legal 100% legal issues. But other than this, if you use the real time operating system, then you must have a problem, legal problem, ethical hacking, ethical problem, so on and so on. So you no need not to worry about the targeting real world systems. So here itself you can assume and you can start. So right now, well, metasploitable should never be connected to the internet. Clear? Understood? So it has open dangerous vulnerabilities and it could be exploited by someone else, and also even be used for attacks without your knowledge. Is it clear? So now the Kali Linux, the role. Okay, I'll be writing here the role. So what it is, it's a attacker machine. Then metasploitable target machine. Then VMware, this is to create virtual lab. Is it clear? So if that understood, you type as yes, the tools, roles, and what are the main reasons people would use this Metasploit, then VMware, and as well as Kali. Okay, so even some people without knowing them, simply they'll be installing and start working. So first understand why I supposed to use Metasploit, why I supposed to use Kali, why I supposed to use VMware. Because you don't know about that in and mainly all in detail concept about networking. So because of that reason, I'm trying to explaining all the concept. What is the main scenario of this area? So now I will send you this entire notes in your WhatsApp. So please check, just you go through this once. Let's have a 10 minutes of break and understand. Check once again the topics from the day one that also I have written in this list, and ask me if you have any doubts after the break before I start the practical. Let's have a 10 minutes break. We'll start again by 7 o'clock. So within 10 minutes, just you check whatever I've listed, the points, whatever I've done. If anything is not understood, make that note and you ask me afterwards. Okay, so we'll start again. So already I've installed VMware Workstation in my laptop that I will show you once. Open Control Panel, go to Programs and Features, and search here VMware Workstation. You can see here VMware Workstation. So after the installation, just double click VMware Workstation. So this is the main console. And these are the two instances we have. So just I'll be removing this. So go to File, take a new machine. Okay, and before that, make ensure the folder has been available in the E drive, D drive, whatever location. So sometimes Anand might be copied into documents also, or C drive also, D drive also. So make ensure that the availability of your resources. Just double click, and right now I have this two folder. Okay, if I double click in the Kali Linux, you can see more than 45 files you have. In that, VMX file is important as of now. This is virtual hard disk, and this is your virtual machine important files. And again, if you come back, and in the Metasploit Linux also is the same. So VMX file and also virtual disk. So make ensure this availability of your resources. Then browse for your file. Go to File, Open. So I am not going to take a new virtual machine. So already I have a virtual machine. I'll try to open those files. So click Open File, and here I have a hacking lab, and open Kali Linux. Double click, and you have to select VMX files. So select VMX file, click Open. So the file is opened again, means the virtual machine is ready to run your virtual environment. Again, File, click Open, then click back again, select Metasploitable Linux, then double click on Metasploitable Linux, select VMX file, click Open. So as of now, the two important attacking machine and as well as Metasploitable machine, these two are available. Okay, and make ensure that network adapter. So the network adapter of these two machine must be in the same network. So I'm going to select network adapter, select this as custom VMnet host only, VMnet 1 host only. Next, again select Metasploit, click on network adapter. Sorry. The second one, network adapter. Go to custom, select host only, click OK. Hope you all understood. So here whatever I have done, this is your Windows machine. Right now where I'm using. So if I right click and check the properties, you can see the physical machine. This is my physical machine. So 16 GB RAM, then i5 8th generation processor. This is my physical machine. So in this physical machine, I have installed VMware. This would be a VMware workstation. By make use of VMware, we have a Kali Linux operating system and Metasploitable machine. This is your Kali and this is Metasploit. And these machine must be connected to one network. What network I connected? VMnet host only. Actually, it is a type of network. And connect this Metasploit. And your Windows machine, this is also connected to VMnet host only. So as of now, three machines are connected. So here is the one. Next, here is the two. Means two machines are connected. And here is the three. The third machine is your physical machine. Physical machine is also connected towards VMnet. So VMnet host only, it's a separate network. This is connected to three machines. So physical machine is also connected VMnet host only. Kali Linux is also connected VMnet host only. Metasploit also is connected to VMnet host only. Now I wanted to configure this VMnet host only. Means DHCP must be configured. So I wanted to run DHCP. Okay, so run DHCP to assign IP address automatically for these two machines. Is it clear? What I want? DHCP services is required. Now let's see how this is to be done. So open edit, then virtual network editor, and click on change settings. Say yes. Then select VMnet host only. Make ensure use local DHCP services to distribute IP address to VM machines. And this option must be configured like connect host virtual adapter to this network and host only that connects VM internal in a private networks. Click apply and OK. And right now this is going to provide VMnet host only provides and also working for 192.168.10.0 network. So all three machines are connected to 10.0 network. This is your 10.192.168.10.0 network. So you are working here 10.0 network. When you run Kali, when you run Metasploit, when you run physical machine Windows 10 or sorry Windows 11, so we'll have all three machines will have that IP address 10.0 network IP. Now let's see by practically. If I click Kali Linux, just run power on this virtual machine. Next again click Metasploit, power on this virtual machine. But once again you make ensure the settings of Kali. So this is connected for VMnet 1 and for Metasploit click settings, VM menu click settings and VMnet 1. Correct. So now these two machines are running and we have to check that IP first. So to interact with physical machine towards a virtual machine, first you click inside the virtual machine, the cursor will go off. Again to come out from this and press Ctrl Alt button from the keyboard. Ctrl Alt button to release the mouse cursor and again press directly towards virtual machine. It is interacted with a virtual machine. And for Metasploit also same thing. So right now it's checking here. So once it is interacted with a virtual machine, make ensure when you are moving cursor, if that's not working, then you press Ctrl Alt button. When you press Ctrl Alt button, then again the cursor which will release from your virtual machine, then it start working. Then username is Kali and password is also Kali. Press enter key. Username and password both are same. and make ensure that network is connected. Ethernet connections, wired connections is in active mode now. And again go to curly metasploitable. So here asking for metasploitable login, password and username and password, MSF admin. Press enter key. So next asking for password. So you have to type MSF admin. So but cursor will not take any actions. Just you have to type MSF admin and press enter key, which will show you the prompt. Okay, if successfully logged in, then it is connected like this. Okay, then again press Ctrl Alt to come out from. Again go to Kali Linux. Now I wanted to open a command prompt or terminal. So right click here. So right click on the desktop and open terminal here. Increase zoom. Then you type if config and press enter key. You can see what is the IP address you have. I have an IP address 192.168.10.132. 192.168.10.132. As of now, this is my IP address. Kali IP address. Okay, then again go to Metasploit, click inside. Again you type if config and press enter key, and I did not get a IP address here. So right click again and go to the settings. Change this to VMnet host only. Click OK. Then again you type if config. So now this is the new IP address has been assigned after changing the settings. 10.131. 192.168.10.131. Again you check ping command, ping 192.168.10.131. I'll check this IP 132. If I'm using Metasploit, just you press enter key and check are you getting the replay from the machine or not, and press Ctrl C. So now from the Metasploit to Kali, we have a network, and again go to Kali Linux, then scroll down and check again ping command 192.168.10.131 and press enter key. Now both are able to communicate with each other. So press Ctrl C to cancel now. Next, I wanted to see a physical machine IP address. Open ncpa.cpl and automatically VMnet 1 adapter is installed for Windows operating system. Right click over there and click the status and check what is the IP address you have. So it is connected with the 10.120. So but it is not enabled with DHCP. So what you have to do, right click, go to the property option and set again TCP IP4 and take IP address automatically because I am running DHCP services, and again check this details what you have. So right now 10.1 is your IP address. So Windows machine is having 192.168.10.1. Windows machine IP 192.168.10.132. This is your Kali Linux IP 192.168.10.131. This is your Metasploit IP. Now all three are working. So this is the entire main setup throughout our journey. Okay, you also configured in the same manner and also check that network connectivity is established or not. If that not established, so follow this video after the class and install it and make this ready, and we will work for our ethical hacking entire journey. So you ask me if you have any queries now. So now which machine is the attacker machine? Just share your answer in the chat box. Yes, Saida, correct. And which is our target machine here? Yes, Aditya, correct. Netra is correct. So now which is the target machine? Okay. Then what is the username and password of the Kali? So username and password for the Kali Linux operating system, Kali Kali. And Metasploitable, MSF admin, both. Okay, and right now we have configured which network? VMnet 1 host only network. The IP or network ID is 10.0 network. Okay, so you install and check the network and set up that entire options whatever I taught you now as of now. So test your username and password, ping command, the network connectivity issues. Okay, if anything goes wrong, just uh, use your WhatsApp and share the screenshot. We will try to help you out. Okay, hope you practice again. And if you have any query, so until for next class, you practice and make that ready, that entire concept. Okay, we'll meet you up in the next class. See you all.